in level 10.
You know the book really is in level 10, right?
I do. And Crim picks up a hilt of a sword. I see he's going hard mode on this scene.
Oh.
My job here is done.
Wizrobe.
Done.
Okay, so it looks like Thirwolf is heading out. And what do we got here at level 3? It is level 4.
Okay, then.
It looks like Crimson is going up towards the level 1 location. Oh, hi, Patra.
Yeah, that was pretty quick.
Up an A there to get that key without messing with that Patra. Ooh, those are some pretty cheap levers. We got level 2 here. Now, considering that we saw, Wizards on the overworld, it might actually be pretty good to, complete this. There's 2 items, both of them are on the floor. Both of them have the potential of being combat locked. Those Stelphos are beefy.
As are the red gorillas.
Oh.
And, yeah. Ladder blocking for Wizards on the overworld.
Yeah, blue Wizards on the overworld, that's a mixed blessing right there. You won't have to deal with them in dungeons, but you have to deal with them on the overworld. Ooh, 53 is our meat. That's not bad.
In before, the blue overworlds guard either level 2 spot or level 6 spot.
Yeah, no, that's the big one. That's the big one. Those, Oh, and we got some Wall Masters, which,
Gets the heart, takes the fireball, immediately loses the heart. That's a key. It looks like we might be playing some Find the Magic Bomb while early.
Yeah, it seems like it. Well, we can go left here.
Thirwolf is now in level 2. Neither item has been found in 2 yet, but there are Pole's Voice.
Hey, Pole's Voice.
The keys are 2 HP.
Yeah, I'm guessing... Ooh, you. That's no good. So I'm guessing if there's Pole's Voice in level 2, that means that the bow's gotta be here somewhere.
Yep. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say silver arrows are not a 9. I'm gonna say 9 is White Sword and Wand.
Oh, no, that's bad. That's bad. You know what? I'm going to say White Sword is vanilla.
Come on. With 9 heart containers in the pool. I don't buy it. Although you might be right that I would have to eat my own hat.
For CrimsonAvix. We got ourselves a potential staircase here. Now, we are dealing with shapes, so this could be a segmented level 2.
Well, if it is segmented, it is not by that room.
Nope. Also, we are near the top here, so we know that level... Ooh, that's a ladder block. If we can bomb down this way...
Let's see.
We can't. Oh, we are ladder blocked out of 2. I was gonna say, because of the way that the shapes generate, there has to be a room all the way at the very bottom row that's connected to because in the vanilla game, you would always appear at the very bottom row, and we are dealing with a shuffled dungeon entrances, but that rule still has to apply. So what that means is that we know level 2 is going to have rooms going all the way extending to the bottom of the map screen. And look, we got 16 bombs, and what was that? 71 for the arrows?
Just 70 flat.
Anyway, those are slightly cheap arrows.
Yeah, about 10 cheaper than they normally are.
Let's see what we got at this shop. Ooh, we've got our candle. Wow, that's 75 rupees. So here we have our most item, potentially. It's probably going to be in that last... Yep, it's going to be right.
Assuming it wasn't shuffled, let's see.
Nope.
Oh, it's the silvers.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing that I've noticed, that with these particular flags, if there's going to be an item on that screen, it's probably going to be the rightmost armmost, because that's where it is in the vanilla game. And I have a feeling that the item itself being shuffled must have something to do with the overworld also being shuffled. Because that I've noticed that any time that the Armos item is in that room, it's always that very rightmost. So it's possible that that might not necessarily be true, but that's just what I've been observing.
You know, the fact that silvers are there for free is kind of lame.
It
hoping
is.
they'd be a little bit deeper.
Well, I told you this was going to be a mediocre seed.
I mean, the runners still have to complete all nine dungeons, and we know level 9 is going to be a cluster because it always is.
Yeah, at least until we get a 5-room Zelda.
Wait, 5-room Zelda what? That's okay, we can have like a 55-room Ganon. Or some such thing. Thirwolf is in 5, killing off some Dark Nuts. They appear to have rolled vanilla-ish.
Well, they should take about 4 hits if it's vanilla.
That one Dark Nut split into 2.
Oh, that's a completely different game.
What was it, Vanilla 9? I missed it.
Yeah, Dark Nuts, Death Knights. So so imagine a Dark Nut that has 1 billion health. It goes at the speed of light and shoots sword beams that do like 10 damage. And then if you hit them, they split in, or if you kill them, they split into Dark Nuts.
I like these toll rooms. I just don't like the I like these toll rooms actually, just in general.
Yeah, no, that's good there. That Thirwolf's not going to lose anything because going down to 3 heart containers and you lose heart container, it'll just put you in what we call zombie link status, which means that he basically is 1-hit KO.
Also, to those of you wondering about the Death Knights, that's the same game that has the patcher with 2 rings of Patrites.
Oh, and the 40-headed Gleeok, yes.
No, not the 40-headed Gleeok, the Patrites that shoot fireballs.
No. There is the 40-headed Gleeok.
Yeah, but the 40-headed Gleeok is done through stupid means of stacking 10 Gleeoks on top of each other.
Yes, it's just 10 4-headed Gleeoks in a trench coat.
Anyway, Grim is making his way up to level 5.
I only mention that because I got my start on the internet from, you know, that particular game, so... Anyway, yeah, so back here in level 5, and it looks like Crimson has gone the way of the graveyard. Actually,
so outside of silver arrows, we've seen no items.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot going on here. There's gonna be some digging involved here. Now, we still haven't seen what's at the level 2 location. They're gonna need to get some secrets in order to afford that candle, unless they're lucky enough to find a red candle. They could potentially, if they do manage to get the wand and the book to, you know, shoot a fireball, you know, on top of the bush, but that's kind of a desperation move, really. I mean, you have to have both of those items, and you have to have an enemy that's willing to cooperate with you. If the screen has, like, say, nothing but, you know, P-hats, then it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. The time spent trying to open the door with the wand and book, it's gonna be, you know, you could easily just go get a secret and pick up, like, candle. Yeah, boulders don't work as well. If there's boulders on that screen, then rip.
Now, the one benefit of the wand book combo is that it is highly effective against the enemies known as the Danger Noodles, aka the Land Molas.
Indeed, and you know, Moldorms as well by extension. Also, take a look at that level 5.
Now, if you thought the keys were bad before, the Vyres do not die to a bomb.
Well, they're out of the bomb-dropping group.
Most importantly, that's a boomerang.
That's Lord Banana. All hail. And Thirwolf's picking that up. Don't know how much it's going to do in this particular enemy set, but now here we've got a staircase.
Now this could be a transport because level 5 is split.
Well, level 5 is actually going to have 2 transport staircases and 1 item staircase. But it is the item staircase, it is a heart container, so that is all the items in level 5. So that's good, because then we just need to find out just how, ladder block this Triforce is going to be.
Technically speaking, we went 10 minutes without seeing a single heart.
Yeah. And not only that, though, we found both of the items, and none of them are progression.
Thirwolf is going to opt to leave level 5.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so maybe the Triforce is Goma blocked.
It's very possible, given that there's 2 Gomas already blocking potential drop rooms.
Well, I'm just thinking, because that Goma room, that could lead to the 3 staircase, the 3 rooms down at the bottom.
I'd have to see a map again. Did they didn't start in that area, did they?
Actually, maybe they did. I don't know where they started.
Also, what may become important a little bit later is Crim is currently at 3 keys, whereas Thirwolf is sitting at 1.
Yeah. So keys can definitely be an issue. Now, level 5 has been known to drop a lot of keys, which is nice. That's not necessarily guaranteed. Oh, you silly, silly keys.
Now this is... Oh, there's the Triforce.
There's our Triforce.
In the tea room.
So here's something you probably didn't know. P-Hats and keys use the exact same AI. The only difference is that a P-Hat becomes vulnerable when it lands, whereas keys are always vulnerable.
We could be looking at a magic stair to get to that Triforce in level 5, or if the runners do pick up the ladder, they can ladder clip to it, but logically, the game will never require you to do a ladder clip. Crim's got to watch his bomb count here.
So yeah, unfortunately, we don't know how we're gonna... Okay, so we started out in this segment down here. Oh, you know what? What if you need the Goma to get below that room?
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Logically, the game will require the Goma to be necessary.
84 is our large secret, so that's not very good. But that will get Thirwolf a candle if he chooses to buy.
And let's also point out that it's not terrible either. It's on the lower side, but it's not like a 60 or something.
Well, you see, really a lot of it now. You see, when those large secrets become an issue is when you say are in a scene where you really would like a blue ring, or if the the bait or arrows are required.
Well, the good thing going for the runners currently is that the arrows will not be required as they picked up silvers.
Yeah.
And I almost wonder if you don't at least spend a little bit of time looking for a red candle. Also level 8.
Yep, there's level 8. So there's this one's one of the larger counts. There's Crimson finding Lord Banana, saying nope, as expected.
And Crim is out of bombs. He's going to have to leave level 5 for the moment. And the Wizards may not let him leave without an up A.
That's punishment for not picking up Lord Banana.
I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying that these Tektites rolled up because Tektites are not programmed to have the knockback effect, so they just end up teleporting. And oh, hello, ladder block.
I'm sensing a theme in this seed.
What would that be?
The ladder's going to be required.
More often than not, it is going to be required.
This seed in particular seems to be making sure the runners are very well aware the ladder will be required.
Now you can go down here, so there might be something. Oh, did he go down? Oh yeah, he went down. There's
he went down already.
Okay, so it looks like we're completely ladder blocked out of level 8.
Crim is going to do the HUD clip as Thirwolf is going to go check the white sword item.
It's probably the ooh, those are pretty squishy. It's probably the
Ha!
It's probably whatever is... Oh, but there's the power bracelet on the coast.
And the white sword item is a heart.
Wow, wow.
Crim cannot afford the candle, so he's gonna have to kind of just make his way around.
Yeah.
So, if you're the runners at this point, where do you go?
Have they checked the level 9 spot?
They have. It was level 9.
Oh, how vanilla.
So, what dungeon do you dig?
Probably the one that CrimsonAvix is headed to right now, unless we saw what was here.
Well, we know this wasn't 5. This was... level 7.
Okay, level 7. Yeah, I think level 7's the play here.
I don't recall if we've seen anything out of this level. I don't even recall if Thirwolf went here. He might have skipped this and
I
went
think
straight
Thirwolf did skip... Oh, well, that explains it, because we are completely... Well, we could... I guess, let's see here. Yeah, Crimson's going to do a pirouette to see if he can't open that. No, he can't, so he's going to try bombing this right wall. Does it open?
It does.
It does. I think the ladder's going to be in here, just because of that opening troll.
Well, think about it. We're currently ladder blocked out of levels 4, 2, 8. None of the items in 5 were ladder blocked out of. We also have not seen the level under the burn spot yet.
Yeah, that definitely is a factor. Some racers might prioritize that burn spot, whereas others leave it for later. I think a lot of them are kind of hoping they'll luck into a red candle.
Well, Gliok has nothing but a heart. Also, let's just point out the heart disparity a little bit, and Crim is on 3 hearts. Thirwolf is already up to 7.
Yeah, Crimson is definitely lacking in the health department.
Now, we know that the white sword item is just a heart container, so he won't have to necessarily worry about that.
Yeah, health isn't too much of a factor if that's the case. That's the only reason why you absolutely need to pick up hearts, is just in case one of the required items is at the white sword item. And Crimson's going to take a death here.
Yeah, he's going to get in the stair at least. But it's a transport. Surprise, surprise. And this is where the 2 HP keys become annoying.
Yeah, worst part about 2 HP keys is that you can't stun them, or you can't kill them with the boomerang. You can't even stun them with the boomerang.
That's a staircase in 7. That's a staircase in 7.
Oh, game.
And Crim is out of bombs again. Although I do believe there was a bomb drop in that stair room.
Yeah.
Thirwolf is now in level 7. He has also opted not to go to the burn spot just yet.
That's interesting. There might be something past that Dig Dogger.
It's possible.
Imagine if that was the Triforce.
What if Dig Dogger is guarding the ladder?
Oh no.
Thirwolf is going to opt to leave that room, and folks, it's time to play Find the Magic Bomb Wall. Thirwolf going to opt to leave level 7 at this point. He may go pick up a candle and just go to the burn spot, which could turn out to be the big play here.
So it looks like we are completely ladder blocked out of 7?
Not necessarily. There may be a magic bomb wall somewhere that can be found.
Yeah, interesting.
There are quite a few bomb walls left to 7 that have not been checked.
That's true. We haven't checked the bomb walls here yet. In this Gliok room.
Thirwolf is going to take a death on the overworld. Hopefully that will spur him to buy a candle before he goes back.
Now there's got to be a bomb hole somewhere, because I believe the map in logic can be at least at the very most it can be only just a bomb wall away from being picked up.
Well, remember, there is that ladder block. It could very well be in that ladder blocked room.
That is true.
CrimsonAvix has stored a forced bomb drop. He is going to get it here on the Lionel. And is now going back into this transport stair, presumably to go try some of those walls on the other side of it. Thirwolf seems to currently have no interest in the candle. He wants to see what that coast item is first.
Unfortunately, he's going to be disappointed. Now we can bomb down here, so this is not... Oh, here we go.
Ooh. That's interesting. That's an interesting development.
Yeah, the ladder's got to be here.
Not necessarily.
Oh, but you see, the thing is that... See, the way the game knows this is it's like, hey, here's a ladder block. And you're like, okay, it's a ladder block, I have to come back later. But little do you know, there's a way to work around it.
Also note that Thirwolf has now bought a candle, so he can go check out the Landel blocked dungeon.
I'm guessing it's level 1.
It is level 1.
It is. So this is good for Thirwolf, that's 3 items. And the ladder could possibly be in here if it's not here in 7.
And I think between level 7 and level 1, I would absolutely make the play to go to level 1, surely on the grounds that it's smaller.
Yeah.
And to answer the question in chat, yes, normally the keys are 0 HP, which is why the boomerang works on them. When they roll higher, their hitbox has an issue where...
What? We've got a bait block.
I mean, you can probably get around that meat block. Just knowing how open level 1 is, you can get around the meat block. So no meat block in this. No required meat. You could pay it if you wanted. There's a map.
Ooh, hey look. Oh, there we go, we can get past this. Unless this happens to be a, I mean, yeah. I guess we can get past this, meat block.
Yeah, there's no concern with the meat block here. Hey, look, it's a ladder blocked room. You know, honestly, I think one of the things that is kind of hurting Crim a little bit is only having 3 hearts at this point. Of course, this room is not pleasant.
That's not a happy room.
And another Dig Dogger in level 7, as Crim takes another death.
Ooh. I mean, Crim really wants to, get rid of, let's see, so, oh, here's the compass.
Crim is going to opt to leave the level for the moment. Dig Dogger spotted in level 1. Crim needs some money to buy that candle.
We gotta fight this room full of Pole's voices. Well, they're not full, it's just 2 of them, but...
I mean, technically, if they're the only enemies in the room, then it is full of Pole's voices.
Well, it's also full of traps. Actually, it's more full of traps than the Pole's voices.
He gets a key for his efforts.
That's something, at least.
Crim has picked up a 1 heart container now. He's up to 4, and immediately gets FU beamed coming out of the stair.
Alright, well, here's our item.
Thirwolf is going to opt to stand on the block to get rid of this Dark Nut. Does so. It looks like they rolled down.
And
baby!
Ladder.
The play to level 1 is going to work out tremendously for Thirwolf. He now has access to level 5, level 4, level 2, level 8.
You know what the worst part is? Not picking up that candle, not picking up the candle, that's going to burn Crimson very hard.
Crim may be on his way to pick up a candle now, so he may not be too far behind on that ladder.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how much can Thirwolf do with this ladder before Crim starts following in his footsteps.
Yeah, at this point in time, now we did see some nasty combat here in level 1, so Thirwolf might actually grab the Triforce and leave. And that very well could be our recorder there somewhere in level 1.
I can't say I blame him for leaving level 1, though, because you've already got the ladder. You know so much of the seed just opened up.
Yeah.
You really don't have a reason to stay in that tough one. Think about it. You have 4 dungeons that just open solely by getting that ladder.
Yeah.
You can go pretty much anywhere you want. Crim is farming up the last couple of rupees he needs to get that, Hujima, what's it? Candle,
candle, yeah. Not even bothering.
Not having a lot of
secret. So here we're gonna find out our compass. Where's our Triforce? Oh yeah, we saw this on Crim's side. The Triforce is actually over to the right.
Yeah, it's along the bottom somewhere.
Yeah.
Thirwolf forces the bomb on the...
Thirwolf's going to have a
Mulgorn?
better chance of picking off these likes. So we'll see
Crim
if
is
there's
now up
anything
to 6
important.
hearts.
It's probably going to be the map.
I don't think Thirwolf would mind seeing the map at all.
Yeah, the map would be a very nice thing to see.
Although, bear in mind, it levels, Oh, that's a 7.
Oh god.
That is a 7.
That's a segmented 7. That Triforce is in the segment. Everybody, name that ink blot.
And we kind of know what the map of level 8 is going to look like now.
You know what that kind of reminds me of? Have you played Castlevania 4?
Yes.
You remember the one of the bosses in level 4, Puexel, I think?
Yes.
Not the speedrunner, the actual boss.
Yes, the actual boss.
Yes, that's what it kind of reminds me of.
You know what I kind of see in this level 7, actually, of all things?
Nightmares?
No, I kind of see, like, somebody almost, like, the top end of a thought bubble.
Oh.
Where you see just the very tippy top of the person's head that's, sending out the thought bubble.
Huh. Oh, okay, yeah, now I see it, yes.
Or a cactus.
Or a chair.
That chair's not bad. Grim is going to find out the unfortunate news that he is ladder blocked in this level 8. As Thirwolf, with the map, is going to know he can bomb this way. You might not actually be ladder blocked out of level 7 at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because, we were able to bomb down from that, come down from the top of that one moat room. And what have we got here? This is just a heart container.
I was going to put Thirwolf up to 8. He's a couple hearts away from being within contention for the magic sword. And Crim has now bought his candle. He will be able to go into level 1 and pull out his raft ladder thing if he so chooses. But he has to choose to do so because level 1's combat is not necessarily easy.
No. Okay, we can go off to the left here.
Land molas, and Thirwolf takes a death.
So I guess the next question is what is going to be our second item here in 7?
I'm gonna say, based on what is out there...
Well, it could be a lot of things. We're missing quite a few pieces of equipment. But reasonably, what do you think it's going to be?
The troll in me says the red candle. The optimist in me says something like the recorder or the raft.
Well, the sadist in me would say the magic boomerang.
Also, Crim has decided, instead of walking through the game, he's just going to HUD clip. Unfortunately, that doesn't work so well in the dungeons because of the two-tile buffer.
Yeah, you can't do that because once you actually, once you get to the edge of the screen, you're actually locked and going in the direction that you're facing. And, of course, that's why most of the enemies can't actually reach you up there, because they can't actually go in. There's only 2 enemies that can clip into that particular spot. The Poe's Voice and the Blue Wiz Robes.
Yes, if your name is Uncle Wizzy, you can do whatever you want. You can ignore the laws of physics.
And, of course, the reason for that buffer is because that's how you get the, Link walking under effect. So, like if you were to remove that door and just put, like, tiles, then you would still appear to be going underneath the tiles.
Yeah, I was headed in my head that was just a fancy layering effect that they did, where they just
There's no layering. That's how it is. You actually just disappear.
Link stops existing for a few seconds.
Yeah, if you want to see layering effect, Blaster Master is an interesting one. Because it actually does have a layer tile.
Thirwolf is going round 2 with the land molas.
Which is also really fun because apparently if you also set an additional bit, it then acts as a death tile. But anyway, that's a completely different game.
There's something important to note about the land molas is, because they're treated as bosses, you can kill one, and it will kill the other one once you return in here. However, they are more likely to respawn if you do the glitch. So Thirwolf may have to face those land molas again at some point.
So yeah, here's an interesting thing. Moldworms are considered bosses, where the land molas are kind of like, they're like bosses, but they're not quite. Like, they still have a respawn, they still respawn. I think it's just because land molas were initially only in level 9, it's not necessarily likely that unless you sort of, die in level 9, it's not likely you're going to see them again, because you don't usually come back in the directions that they are.
You know, that would be an interesting flag. Land molas stay dead.
I don't know if there's any room. I actually haven't looked into, Fred knows exactly all these things, but I haven't looked into how bosses actually work. They don't know exactly, are there a certain amount of bosses? Do all bosses, set a certain flag or something, or, I know that there's no boss flag per se in the usual dungeon flags.
Crim is continuing to take deaths in this level 1. This is the time loss from all these deaths is slowly starting to add up for Crim.
Yeah, unfortunately, the more time you're spending in a dungeon. Oh, hi, Mugger Room.
I completely agree with leaving the heart here. You've already got 8.
Yeah, the bombs are infinitely more important. Thirwolf is an excellent player. He knows how to handle everything with the wooden sword.
Not afraid to go into... Yeah, he is not afraid to go into 9 with a wood sword, no ring.
Here's the segment. And I guess because we've already seen the other staircase, this is going to lead to the segment. And he takes a death on the staircase. Ooh.
That is highly unfortunate.
That is. Well, that's good for Crimson, because that means he's going to have a little bit of extra time to dig this level 1. And he might actually pull something out besides the ladder. Speaking of which, the ladder is here, unless he takes a death. Nope, there we go, he gets it.
Well, he is dangerously low. He needs to not get sniped by these keys. And he does not. He's got his ladder.
Is he going to exit, or is he going to keep going? He's going to keep going.
Well, he still needs to get the Triforce out of here no matter what.
Yeah, it's true.
But I think if you're... Oh no, he's gonna keep taking a little bit for this item. Little does he know that this dungeon is just absolutely terrible.
Well, I don't think we've seen Thirwolf check this wing of the dungeon just yet.
He checked parts of it. There were a couple of heavy combat rooms that he opted not to do.
He's gone up here, he's gone to the left, he notices the... Oh, you know what? What if there's something in this room here?
This ladder block room?
Remember that Thirwolf checked this room out first before getting the ladder.
That's true. This could be something. Let's see. Nope.
Nope, nothing.
It's probably one of those, like, 10 million Blue Darknet rooms that are just awful. You're still missing 2 items in level 1.
Yeah, still 2 floor items missing. So they might be down here. There is one room. Now, Crimson, yeah, a lot of racers don't like to do the one-offs, but... Oh, okay, so we've got Bull's voices down here.
Crim does have to be careful as he's down to 1 hit.
Yeah, that's going to be an instant death for him. And meanwhile, over here on Thirwolf's side, we get a room with some pancakes. It looks like they rolled upwards.
You know, for Wishefts being outside of the dungeons, the combat in this scene has been pretty tough.
Yeah. I don't know how much the Pole's voice if they've moved up or down in the HP department.
Yeah, I can't quite tell with how many stabs Crim has put on each one. Thirwolf is gonna go ahead and check these last 2 rooms.
And it's
just bombs. So Blue Darknuts guard the items on level 1.
He's gonna go for it.
Well, again, he still has to get the Triforce.
That's true.
No matter what Crim does here, he has to go back in to at least get this Triforce.
Yeah, he's gonna grab the Triforce and bail.
Now, will he leave? And chat bringing out a good point. That is, there's also a dig dogger in level 1.
That's true. But you see, again, that raises my suspicion, because what if the recorder is actually there in level 1?
It's probably in that horrible Blue Darknet room that neither runner wants to clear, because why would you want to clear that Blue Darknet room when you have other options?
You're right. Like you're right. More options. Obviously, level 7, level 8's now an option.
Level 2 and level 4 are both now options.
Yeah.
Looks like our final item's going to be in that small segment of 7 with the Triforce.
Yeah. Well, the segment is in this room, I believe. Yes. The way to the segment.
Yes.
Just have to defeat those Zols. Always remember to clear your room of Zols.
May the way to the segment lead to the Triforce. Wait, what? And it looks like we are going to see it because you've got to go through every room of the 7. Oh look, more land molas. I'm positive that's what Thirwolf wanted to see in this dungeon. At least they're not blue.
That... you just cursed it.
Meh. To answer the question in chat, who is the you you're referring to?
Which you did I mention?
Well, somebody in chat asked, did you do this? And I don't know which you they're referring to.
Oh.
The answer is it was,
the wand?
The wand.
That's the wand.
That is actually extremely significant in the scene with the prevalence of Blue Darknuts. Thirwolf is probably...
Yeah, Thirwolf is going to be able to go back into level 1, fight those Darknuts, and, you know, hopefully pull out something useful.
To answer the question in chat, yes, we've seen level 8. We saw 6 rooms of it, and we're ladder blocked immediately. If you're just joining us, the following dungeons are ladder blocked in some form or way. Level 7. Although you technically don't need the ladder to get to everything, you could argue it's ladder blocked for convenience. Level 8 is hard ladder blocked. Level 4 is hard ladder blocked. Level 2, I want to say, was hard ladder blocked. I don't remember... No, there wasn't a hard ladder block in level 5.
Yeah, no, well, actually, no. Level 5's Triforce was in a T room, and we don't know how we figure that it might be bow blocked.
Correct. But because both runners have the ladder, they can just clip to it.
Yeah, although, remember, the clip is not within the logic, so... You know,
right.
we know... Yeah, so we know then that... Well, we know the bow can't be there anyway, because we've already seen the items.
Combined with the Triforce only opens up level 9, which is where the bow can't be to begin with. The logic of that Triforce is effectively a moot point. Hi, White Sword.
So interesting. So we have Thirwolf with the wand and CrimsonAvix with the white sword. So both of them...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, both of them now have that combat advantage. So they... Combat advantage, fortunately, since those whiz robes are on the overworld and the... that's a level 2.
Ah, that's a dungeon. The other thing that I do want to point out real quick is that the White Sword and the Wand were both on the way to the Triforces in their respective dungeons. So I imagine both runner is going to have both of those before they get into level 9. Like, there's really no reason for either runner to skip either if they're... Unless they're just straight go-moding their way through 7 and 2, respectively. But even then, they're small enough dungeons, you could still be looking for things like a red ring or a magic key.
Yeah.
Thirwolf is back in level 1, takes a death. I don't know if he lost his key, though. Because there's a very thing that you can do...
Did he have 3 keys entering the dungeon? Because I know he used one to get down to the room with the pulse voice and the bombs.
Right. I don't think he lost a key there, but that is extremely tight to do, because if you do get killed while walking into a key door, the key decrements before the door opens, so you can end up permanently losing a key.
Yep.
If you die at the wrong time. It looked like Thirwolf was okay there, though.
Ah, you gotta love code.
Coding is hard.
Yeah. I don't know how to code properly. I just code everything through it in a hex editor. So I'm like, I don't want to learn the words. I just numbers. It's insane.
You know what else is going to be insane is the death count in this seed. Both runners just getting absolutely beat up by this seed right now.
Yeah, you know, for a seed where the Wizrobes are not in the dungeons, this is definitely a annoying combat seed.
And bear in mind that both of these guys are low percent runners, which just speaks to the level of difficulty that this seed is putting them in.
Yeah. And I imagine that the pressure, this is a game 3, so this is basically do or die mode for both of these racers.
And they both might also be feeling behind with how late the ladder was and how much it opened.
Yeah. So there's a lot of factors that can sort of prompt, you know, I guess you could say panic mode.
Thirwolf is going to opt to clear out this room before going north. This is likely an item room, so this will probably end up being a good decision overall. Just a matter of what is it.
Probably the book.
Probably. Or the blue boomerang.
Or just our container.
I don't think Crim saw an item in that career room, but he did survive it, which is important.
Now at this point,
it's a heart container.
Thirwolf could opt to reset the room, and it's a heart container.
And it looks like our last item is Dig Dogger blocked.
Oh dear. The question
Unless the runners did not clear out this room, in which case it can be in here. Nope, this is the compass.
Yeah, the useless compass.
Hearing indication in the chat that it was a key in the Guerrilla room. Oh, but this could actually be important. This room could actually be a drop room.
Yeah, you know what? We did pull the ladder out from here. So he's gonna clear this room out and see what we got. You're right, if it is something big, because that is a room that Crimson just noped right out of.
To be fair, Thirwolf also noped out a bit on his first come through because he only had wood sword at that point.
Right.
And it is not. We have a Dig Dogger blocked item in level 1, folks.
So unless that is the raft, or the bow. Ooh.
We find an item in level 2. The second item in level 2 is the heart container. The plot is continuing to thicken here.
This is gonna be an interesting... You know what?
Thirwolf can go... Ooh, I like
okay, so we still have level 4 to check out. We haven't been able to go far here.
And just look at this, folks. We are 44 minutes in. Both runners have 2 Triforces apiece. Recorder is in 4.
Wow, Recorder was ladder blocked. Oh, you know what? Yeah, it'd be... No, I was just gonna say, if the drop item in level 1 is the raft, you know what that means?
Double dip of 1 required.
Double dip.
Also, very important, that could be the break that opens this seed up or not opens the seed up entirely, that was a ladder, but this could be the break that gives Thirwolf a huge edge, except that Crim is also going to level 4, so he will not be far behind. The combat is effectively equal between the two.
Oh, I just thought of something else really annoying too. So, let's say that the raft is in level 1 behind that dig dogger.
Okay.
And then let's say that at the level, I guess at this point in time it's level 6 that's got to be level 6 or level 3 that's got to be on the island.
Yeah, those are the only two
That
dungeons
has
we
the
have not
bow.
seen yet.
And there's a Goma block here in 4 blocking the Triforce.
The chain reaction double dip?
Yeah.
I'm sold. I'm in.
Oh yeah.
So, both items in level 4 were relatively quick. It was a recorder and a heart container. Thirwolf up to 9 hearts right now. Crim is at 7. Crim has not seen the second toll room yet in level 7, though. He may not end up paying that, which... Depending on if these runners want to go for the magical sword and the seed, although with white sword and wand, I kinda doubt they will.
Yeah, with white sword and wand, you've got more than enough to take down Ganon.
And because there are no wizards in the dungeons, you'll be able to do the wand sword glitch at will on every enemy to get that magical sword damage output. There's a map before.
And that is a map. That looks like a sunflower.
I can see it.
Yeah.
You know, there actually is a very small, but not necessarily insignificant combat advantage for Thirwolf here. Not in the form of straight damage. Thirwolf is able to do the wand sword glitch to get off 3 damage on enemies, whereas Crim can only do at most 2. It doesn't seem like much, but if it saves so much as 1 hit against an enemy, that could be a difference breaker. Also, Thirwolf with both items is going to just get the Triforce and leave here.
Yeah, Thirwolf's not going to have to wander about here much longer. So now the next question is where do you go? You go back to level 8? I think level 8's got to be the play.
I think if you're Thirwolf, you might stop in 5 on the way. I forget where 5 was, but you might stop in there on the way and get the Triforce out of it.
Yeah. I mean, there is also that one spot in level 1, but again, you're probably going to want to check out level 8 first. Like, he's checking the recorder spot.
I like this. It's on the way, he knows he has to go back to the grave spot anyway, and this could very well have his raft or bow that would help him get into go. Grim almost gets wall mastered there, just avoids it.
There's a potential staircase room.
Grim has picked up his Triforce at level 4. Level 6 at the recorder spot. The first staircase is a transport. Raise your hand if you are surprised. One of the unofficial rules of Zelda 1 Randomizer is that if you find an early stair in a dungeon, it's probably a transport. Even if it's one of the early levels, it's probably a transport.
Oh, you mean like that rule that if you see a shoot room, it's got to be the Triforce is in the shoot room if it's in level 3.
Yes.
Or you know, hashtag raft always an 8. And that was a recorder blocked Triforce, which doesn't matter because we needed the recorder to get down here anyway.
So, I think if you're Thirwolf here, you might actually just poke around a couple more rooms and then leave, given you have the recorder to get back whenever you want. And that also may influence his decision not to go to level 1 just yet, because he can just come back whenever.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's bouncing from level 6. Now, he doesn't have to worry about doing the world wrap. We've already found the coast item.
He may want to do it out of convenience at some point, and the power bracelet isn't an item you want to avoid.
That's true, yes.
But, strictly speaking, if he wanted to just whistle to 1, he also has that option. And if he does that, he may go in and kill the Dig Dogger for the 3rd item.
So yeah, here's level 5. So we know the Triforce piece is near the middle of that. Actually, it looks like it's probably one screen up from that middle, spot jutting out on the bottom. And we guess that that's probably Dig Dogger, or should I say Goma blocked. But the question is, though, well, I guess it's a moot point because Thirwolf can do the ladder clip.
That is correct. Logically speaking, the runners still do not have access to the Triforce unless there's a bomb wall somewhere that we missed, which is very possible. Oh, hello.
Oh, here we go.
This is the stair that the runners are looking for.
Not that they need that staircase, but...
And you can kind of see here on the blue Dark Nuts where that wand sword glitch is coming in handy, because it will guarantee that these blue Dark Nuts go down in 3 hits, as they have not rolled to max HP.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see just how fast he's, taking everything down.
Thirwolf gets the compass, is going to opt not to take the stair. With the ladder, this is not a bad play. Without the ladder, he would probably just go back and take the stair right afterwards, seeing where the Triforce is.
Now, did Thirwolf find all the items out of level 5?
Yes.
Yes, so he should know then, for sure.
And we're seeing Crim make the play to dig 6's items out.
This is an interesting play.
This could very well be the game changer if there's something required in level 6. Because Thirwolf is not going to come back here until he absolutely has to, given the size of level 6.
At this point in time, it's got to be the boat or the raft for Crimson to really sort of, kick into high gear.
Remember, we do still have all 3 items in level 8, as well as that last item in level 1 available to us. So, this doesn't necessarily have to be progression.
No.
The one thing we can say for certain is that the key count for both runners is actually pretty good right now. Thirwolf sitting on 7, Crim sitting on 8.
Okay, so you know what this means.
Magic key is going to be at 6.
Yes.
I'm still calling Red Ring's going to be at 9. Just with the way the combat's been. Thirwolf is now back in level 2. He is going to pick up his white sword here. Probably not the happiest to see that, but not necessarily complaining either.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have, but it would have been nice to have maybe about 5. Ooh.
The raft is in 6.
Crimson now has an advantage.
Crimson has the advantage on the raft. If the bow is in level 3, or in level 6, that would be enough in and of itself to swing the race heavily in Crim's favor. Right now, I'd say it's swung in Crim's favor, but I would be hesitant to say it's heavily in Crim's favor just because Thirwolf is eventually going to have to come back to 6 anyway, and he does not have that many dungeon items left to find. But currently, Crim has set himself up in a good position to take a lead in this race with that dig in 6.
Yeah, it comes down to that play of, ooh, don't get hit, don't get hit. Those things do take 2 HP away. How come? Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, how come? Does he have the? Oh, you know what? That's right. Crimson doesn't have the wand. Because Crimson hasn't found the Triforce out of 7 yet. That's why.
Nor has he seen the map in 7, which might hurt him a little bit when he goes back. Crim is immediately going to head over to the raft spot. We still have 1 item at large in level 6.
Yep, so here's continuing that play for Crimson. We'll see if this pans out. But I mean, we know regardless of whether or not there's anything in level 3, the Triforce is still required.
Seems in level 3. Level 3 is level 3. It's probably segmented just by sheer virtue of the layout, and we're up to a whopping 10 keys on Crim's side.
Yeah, at this point in time, I don't think Crimson needs to be shy about using keys.
Nah, I think at this point you start going ahead and using them, knowing that you may keep getting keys in level 9, although level 3 wants your keys.
By the way, if you take a look, we actually have a maximum bomb upgrade.
Oh, Thirwolf did take the bomb upgrade.
Yep, he just picked that bomb upgrade up for 77 rupees. It's 6 bombs.
That is not an insignificant bomb upgrade to get.
That is not.
Thirwolf is going to head immediately back into level 1. Let's see what he gets here. I think if he comes up empty-handed here, the question will be, does he dig 6 before 8?
So anyway, here's some danger noodles.
Surprise, surprise. They're dangerous. They guarded a key. Crim probably wanted to see something more significant.
How about a shoot room? Oh, shoot.
Well, he's got to get around to the other side. Thirwolf taking on the Dig Dogger level 1 gets a heart container.
Oh my goodness, that was not the play.
So, at this point, if the bow is in level 3 or back in... If the bow is in level 3, I'd say Crim has a large lead. If the bow is in level 6, that might almost be a lead for Thirwolf, depending on if he digs both items out of 6 on his first go-through. If bow is in 8, I'd still say the advantage is with Crim, but it's about as big as his current advantage is now. So it really comes down to... This is all assuming 9 does not do 9 things and just be terrible to one runner and not the other, by the way.
Yeah, level 9's known for being level 9.
But where the bow is going to make a difference. And more importantly, if the bow is an 8, is it early at 8? Because that's the other side of the coin. If the bow is quick in 8, Crim will be able to go mode out the rest of the dungeon, while Thirwolf will still be looking for the raft. Let me see a snare in level 3. Looks like 3 might not be split. I'm trying to block clip in. He gets it, and he was rewarded with the red candle.
Is you thinking about taking it? At this point, maybe it's a good idea. I mean, that is still better offense. I mean, it may not do a whole lot of damage, but you know, you can do several points of damage with one shot.
I think it's a good upgrade to pick up without the wand, just because you can have to not worry about bubbles and just bounce enemies off the walls.
Yeah.
So I don't disagree with the choice to pick that up. And Thirwolf finds a staircase in level 8, past the ladder block. I think he wants to kill the Dig Dogger to open that door to the north and just make the stair easier. Mostly for the door in the north. So having gotten that recorder is huge before going into level 8. And it's transport. To answer the question in chat, level 9 is at Vanilla 9.
Red ring. Red ring is on the floor in 8.
That is actually going to be big for both runners, given how tough the combat has been in this seed. But it's still not a bow. That's
still not a bow. And if Crimson does manage to pull the bow out of level 3, that's going to be go mode. He might miss that.
The other side of the coin, too, is the amount of time that Crim has spent in this level 3. These deaths are going to be kind of costly if he dies deep in 3. Thirwolf likely will not have the same issue because he can just kind of run through.
Well, we just found our Triforce piece in level 8. So it looked like the path to the Triforce did in fact have High Dig Dogger.
That will have major repercussions if the bow is here in 3, because then Crim can just grab that Triforce, grab his red ring, and he'll be out of level 8. He will not have to do any of this digging.
Yeah.
Back to the Lionels for Crim. Down to 1.5 hearts, he will still die in 1 hit from any Lionel attack, and gets a key for his efforts. Thirwolf finds the bow is in level 8!
Oh. So at this point,
now
yeah,
the turntables are a thing. So Thirwolf is going to dig out the rest of this dungeon looking for that third item, I imagine, given he has not seen a raft yet. Although, with the Triforce and 2 items out of 8, does 6 now suddenly become the better play to make?
You're already in level 8.
That's what I'm saying. He's already got 2 items out of it. He knows where the Triforce is. He's now seen how big the level is. Is it almost better to go ahead and just dig out the items in 6 than to keep digging this 8? Looks like he is going to keep digging 8.
He's gonna find the book. Just watch.
Or the any key because of his key count.
Well,
Now, he does know he's looking for a stair, and he does know that this level 8 is segmented, both of which are important facts to have coming in.
Here's the map in 3. Okay.
It's the top of a person. Ish? No? No. Oh, you know what it is? It's a Jenga tower. That is a Jenga tower, all the way. So Crim is spending quite a bit of time in this level 3. Thirwolf will be able to do this faster, because not only is he going to be able to do it in Triforce and Go mode, he's going to have Red Ring and Silver Arrows coming in. That's a little bit of a time save that can be picked up for Thirwolf. And just a heart on the floor in 3 for Crim.
Crim's gotta go to 8.
And the other side, and there is also the 7 factor. Crim has not completed level 7 yet. He is going to have to go back there and play Find the Magic Bomb Ball to find his way through, unless he wants to kill the Like-Likes, which he may. This race is not decided in one runner's direction yet by any means.
But a definite advantage to Thirwolf.
I thought Crim saw at least one of the... I know Crim saw the boomerang. I don't know if he saw the heart container in 5.
But Crim still does have to go back to 5.
Yes, he has to go back there anyway to get the Triforce. So, even if he hasn't seen all the items in 5 yet, that's kind of a moot point.
Oh,
in so much as...
he's gonna bet on the Dig Dogger in 1.
This is not a bad play to make. You know where the Dig Dogger is. You know for a fact it's going to be an item room. It's a very safe play.
Yeah, and it is going to put him within, Magic Sword pick up, even if he's not going to. Well, wait, what was the dungeon that was up by the graveyard? That was level what?
I think that was 5.
Oh, if it was 5, then if that's the case, he may actually make a pass at Magic Sword.
Also, my apologies, Chad. I forgot that Crim had only seen 1 item out of level 1 and not 2 up to this point. So he's still gonna need to look for the third item in
he's
here.
Gonna have to take down the Darknet room.
But he does have Wand and White Sword, so it will not be as... It should not be as much of an issue for him. As long as he does not take many deaths.
Boomerang, come on, Magic Boomerang. You know it's gonna be the Magic Boomerang.
It's the book!
Book. Oh, didn't I say book earlier?
You did.
You know why? Because it's like, I hate book, change my mind, and it's like Psychic Flash.
And I forgot that Crim also does not yet have the wand, so he just has White Sword for this Blue Darknet room. He does have bombs, though.
That's better than forgetting that one racer doesn't have the silver arrows.
However, I think with the fact that Thirwolf is now going to have to go to level 6 to get his raft, he is going to be in Triforce and Go mode by the time he gets to level 3. So that will be a quick dungeon for him. At this point, I think the lead is firmly with Thirwolf.
Yeah. I mean, something bad has to happen to Thirwolf in order for Crimson to really be able to catch up.
Now again, if 9 decides to have Thirwolf take the scenic route and Crim finds it in like 5 rooms, that could be enough. Crim now knows he's out of items in level 1.
That's why we call it the Great Equalizer. Because you just never know.
And the reason we're not talking at all about the items in level 7 is CrimsonAvix has seen one of them, and the other one is literally on the path to the Triforce. He will not miss it. And that is correct, as pointed out in chat. Thur does not know what any of the items in level 6 are yet. Although he does have those silver arrows, I imagine he wants to use them.
gonna take down this Dig Dogger here. I forget what he was guarding.
Key.
No, like Crimson needs more of those.
I mean, 3 did take quite a few keys out of him, so he's got to get back up to 10.
Yeah.
And Zells require a silver arrow. Now, this could be important here. Thirwolf is in the right general area. He just needs to work his way around over to that single push block to get the raft. And we will never know the other items in 6. Or the other item in 6. And we may never know the other item in 9. Or the items in 9. I'm getting my dungeons mixed up.
But we're still missing the magic boomerang and the any key and a bunch of heart containers.
You know, looking at Thirwolf's... as he picks up the raft, looking at Thirwolf's rupee count, all he has to do is pick up one large secret, and he is going to be in excellent shape going into 9 on resources. 10 keys, 14 bombs, a ton of money. Thirwolf has this race very much in his favor. And Crim tries to force the bomb, but misses the forced bomb. To answer the question that was presented in chat of what are these players' seeds, I'm actually looking that up right now.
You know, you can actually see what the seed is, I believe, on the title screen.
I think the question is more related to where the runners were seated.
Oh.
The answer is, Thirwolf is the number 13 seed, and CrimsonAvix is the number 52 seed.
And there we go, that's level 3 for Thirwolf.
He is now eligible to enter level 9. And
what are we looking for in level 9?
You can kind of just walk around the 7 where we're here. And as Antler's just pointing out in chat, those 2 deaths, the couple of deaths early in 7 might have been the initial catalyst to cause a situation where now where Crim is as far behind as he is. Now again, it's not impossible for Crim to make this comeback. Thirwolf could very well end up full clearing level 9 to find everything. Crim finds the heart container in level 7.
And here's level 9.
So we're going to be listening for the roar of Ganon on Thirwolf's side. If you hear the roar of Ganon, which sounds like an Aquamentus roar and can be matched by other bosses such as that Dig Dogger, you'll know that Ganon is one room adjacent. The other thing he's going to be looking for is a shutter door that does not open in a single shutter door room after killing all of the enemies. That will be his tip-off that is the location of Zelda. Do note that you can be trolled by push blocks on that. So it is, if you find Zelda's room adjacent to a push block room, push the blocks.
Yeah, if you see the single shutter door, you're definitely going to want to push all the push the blocks that you can push, or, make sure there's not a wall master in that room.
They're both a little low on rupees here, and we find the first item in 9 immediately, it's a heart.
Uh-oh. But yeah, Thirwolf doesn't need that heart container. Watch this be the second item.
It is not, unfortunately. The Thirwolf with red ring and white sword, the hearts are basically just a distraction at this point.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing more that he could possibly need. Although still refusing to, unlock doors, so that might be a factor.
I don't think it's a terrible decision, though, to skip that particular door because he's kind of near the center of 9, and a lot of the early game in 9 is determined by getting coverage.
Yeah.
Grim is about to find the transport to the segment in 7. We'll see if he takes it. He does not. He is going to go check these 2 rooms first. Oh, takes a death deep in level 7!
Oh no.
That red ring out of 8 would be huge for him right now. So Krim is going to have to go back all the way through level 7. That's just going to give Thirwolf more time to find Ganon, more time to find Zelda. Thirwolf is just going through this 9, doesn't care about the staircases, he just wants coverage.
Well, so far we haven't seen, here we go, this could possibly be Zelda's room. Gonna take down all of these Lionels and see...
Wait, no, we have Ganon!
We have Ganon.
Oh my goodness, this could be it right here. So remember when we were saying that Zelda can only be in a single shutter door as Thirwolf pulls off the stun lock immediately, Ganon doesn't even stand a chance.
Yeah. There we go, we got the Triforce of Power. Now, I imagine he's probably gonna go check this room here, see if it opens up. It does not open up. Now he's gonna go back and check these rooms, because there is a caveat to the single shutter door rule. If the, now this can't be it because there's a locked door leading out, but the caveat to that is that Zelda can be behind Ganon's room. Because the same shutter doors that are used, to lock you into Ganon's room is the same shutter door that the single shutter door has, in terms of event values. So both of them are connected. So once you get the Triforce of Power, both of those doors, any door with that particular event set to it is going to open.
And at this point, Krim is going to need something like a double or triple magic stair to get to Zelda, or the door is right there.
Well, wait a minute. Oh yeah, there it is.
With that, folks, Thirwolf has finished in first place with a time of 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 34 seconds. This is the part where I point out that I rolled Krim seed and Krim is rolling my seed later tonight. And Krim takes another death in level 7. That red ring in 8 would be... Honestly, it might be worth it for him to just go get a health refill and then come back in. Sounds like we do have Thirwolf in the room with us. GG, sir.
Thanks. What's up?
So congratulations on doing an Alsoa special in under an hour 15.
At least it wasn't the floor item in 6. I got that going for me.
Yes. The big difference between the two of you guys is... For a lot of the seed, Krim was just one step behind you. Like, he picked up the ladder right after you did. He went to 4 right after you did. The big difference was Krim did not have the map in 7 early. So he's just now going back and getting his Triforce out of level 7. And he still needs to go into 8 to get his red ring and his bow.
The red ring was so free, I was really sad when I found it when I did. Because 7 wrecked me quite a bit.
I mean, to be fair, like, half of the seed was ladder blocked.
Yeah. when I've checked every available level, and then the very last one is, you know, not ladder blocked, and I'm like, oh, yay. And it's one with the ladder, of course.
And then it's full of blue dark nuts, so you just hate it anyway.
Yeah. And of course the dig dog I had to be blocking an item, because why not?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's how my seeds work.
Yeah, that was a seed, alright.
So, you were the first person to buy the candle. That ended up getting you into 1 first, which started the chain reaction.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the wand was great because 2 HP keys really suck.
You will get no argument from me on that. None whatsoever. The other thing that... We thought you skipping the item in 6 was going to give the lead back to Crim, because he pulled the raft out of 6 on his first trip in there and went immediately to level 3. And we were thinking if the bow was in 3, Crim would just do 8 in Triforce and Go mode and just completely skip the items, which would save him that time sink, but it ended up being that the bow was in 8.
Well, luckily, because, yeah, when I found that quick Triforce in 6, I'm like, I have a recorder.
And Crim is not clearing rooms quite yet. He is going to go clip past the Stig Dogger, see the transport, and ignore it. Now he's going to kill the Stig Dogger. But Crim did have White Sword before you did, because he did go to 2 before 7.
Yeah, 2 was a bit later than I probably should have left it, but eh.
And Crim just picked up the red ring. Something he probably wishes he had it about 2 minutes ago.
Also notice what it did to the Aquamentus as well.
I appreciated that. I'd never seen that happen before.
Stealth mode activate.
So, how does it feel to have played a seed where you weren't starved for keys the entire time? That's the real question.
You know, I think there was an early point when I only had like 3 or something when I was in 1, basically the first level, so yeah. And there was a lot of key doors in there. But after that, it was alright. What were the items in 3, since I assume Crim got them?
Red candle and a heart.
Perfect.
We also don't know where the magic boomerang or the 80 key are. One of them's in 6, one of them's in 9.
Yeah. Because I had to find the staircase with an item in 9 when I was looking for a transport.
I mean, that's just the natural order of Zelda. Crim is going to pick up his bow now. He is in Triforce and Go mode. So, Thirwolf, with this win, you will go on to face off against this guy named Dick Shake.
Never heard of the guy.
Something about a 1996 Dodge Caravan or something like that?
There's like a rusty nail or something, maybe?
You guys gonna just, do Zelda 2 Randomizer for your tournament match?
No. No, not at all.
Figured I'd ask.
He already did his part to get me out of the Zelda 2 tournament.
Well, now he's gotta get you out of the Zelda 1 tournament, doesn't he? Or maybe not. Maybe you need revenge.
You know, maybe I need revenge. Maybe so.
Crim is making his way back to level 5 now. He's gonna make a play at the magical sword. He does have 12 hearts. Can you pick it up? Yes. A magical sword pickup for Mr. CrimsonAvix. He's just going to be able to rip through this level 5 and rip through 9 at this point. He probably won't be very much longer until he sees the pig and then gets Zelda. Speaking of pigs and Zelda, so Zelda wasn't very far from Ganon. Crim hopefully remembers where the Triforce is, just has to walk back to that room. The other big difference between you guys actually was not just the red ring, not just you Thirwolf picking up the yellow red ring, but Crim was on 3 hearts for a lot of this seed.
I mean, yeah. I mean, 5 gave me my first heart. That was alright. And then I picked up 2 more just because of the whole white sword business. Because, you know, maybe the white sword will be what the key is. And no, just a heart.
Nope. And Crim is leaving level 5. And going back into level 5.
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's unsure about his rupee count.
Well, it looks like based on that pause, he might have thought he already had the Triforce and wanted to double check.
Well, I'm gonna duck out of here. GG's, thanks for the comms and all that.
You're welcome, sir. Good luck to you in your future matches.
Thank you, thank you. Enjoy your weekend.
You as well. Well, that Crim is gonna head back to the Triforce room here in level 5. I don't actually know if he remembers where it is, based on the fact that, it's been a while since he was last in.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't even look like he has the compass.
He does not. He's probably gonna take the stair.
Well, this stair's probably gonna get him closer to the Triforce, most likely. Just gonna take down these guys here, and boom, compass.
Oh, he's probably just gonna go to the Triforce now that he has the compass.
You know, I don't know why, yeah, I guess, just, yeah. It's like, why not take the stairs? Maybe they figure the stairs isn't gonna, you know, take him there, but...
Well, there's also the fact that it might be faster to just walk there than it would be to take the stairs to get to the Triforce. And a quick kill of that room, going to give him the final Triforce he needs. He can go to 9. I'll be trying to make his way down here so we can whistle a little more freely.
Yeah, probably stop in this room here. Maybe buy a potion? Nope. Well, he doesn't have money for a potion, but...
I don't even think he has a letter.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Oh, he's just gonna walk the 9 from here. Okay. This is a valid way to get to 9.
Yeah, he might as well.
Yeah. It's debatable which it's faster between this or whistling to 1. I think it depends on just where you're coming from. Crim is now in level 9. He's going to be looking for the same things that Thirwolf did. Hopefully his 9 is about as quick as Thirwolf's. He could still very well sub 130 this seed.
gonna go check out this down here. Nothing. No staircases. Bomb upwards here. Nope, nothing.
You have to go to the left.
Now he's just ruling everything out.
I mean, that makes sense. You generally don't want to take stairs 9 early unless you have to.
Well, there's generally two philosophies when it comes to staircases in 9. I'm in the camp of taking the staircases as many as possible, because what that'll do is it'll sort of get you all around the entire dungeon faster, and then you guys just go back and connect the dots.
Until you get that 1-9 where all the staircases are just kind of clumped in one corner, and then you're just like, what even is this? Grim is actually kind of in the right area for Ganon. This.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. It's that, you know, if Thirwolf had taken that staircase earlier, it would have been a lot faster level 9 for him. So, I mean, it's basically a crapshoot. You just don't know.
And that's one of the things that we love about 9 is you could be going along one day and all of a sudden, oh, here's Ganon, oh, here's Zelda. And it's also why we hate it, because you could be double magic staircase blocked.
Yep.
Grim's probably looking for a compass in here. Gets bombs instead. And now he gets a key.
Yeah.
Can he bomb out of this room, though? Looks like a no so far.
Bomb out of this room, nope. Bomb
we can on the left.
Yep, can bomb to the left.
But that
So
is
this
going to
isn't
take
where
him
he wants-
further from
yeah,
Zelda. Ganon.
Oh, it does? No, yeah, it's gonna... Yeah, further away, I think, right?
Because I seem to recall they were on the right side.
Yeah, they were. I just thought of something really evil. Replace Ganon's roar with the heart beeping sound.
Yeah. It's just incentive to keep health in 9. And if you play with heartbeat sound off, you kind of defeat the purpose of it.
Well, no, because the heart beep sound would not be off because it wouldn't be tied to your health. It would be the roar of Ganon would be the heart beep sound.
But then what happens when the heartbeat sound... But then what happens when you're low on health? You just hear the roar of Ganon constantly?
Yes! Yes! Make that a thing.
Okay. I'll play it. CrimsonAvix is going to be is good at taking the scenic route here.
That's what we need. Sound effect swap.
Yeah, I'd be down. Sure, why not?
Yeah, we already have sprite shuffle. Why not? We have music shuffle. But unfortunately, CrimsonAvix is in the completely wrong location.
He will find his way there eventually, though. It just might take him a little bit longer than he would have liked.
Yeah. At this point in time, I'm pretty sure he already, has received the news that, unfortunately, he's been eliminated, but...
He might also be plotting his revenge later.
Well, you know what? There's gonna be other tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's an interesting mini-map.
It's a thing!
It's a thing.
To respond to the suggestion in chat, please no. We don't need shuffle secret spots on. That just sounds like taking forever.
Oh, shuffled secret spots?
Yeah. Well, Grimsy Zelda, you might actually see... You might actually hear Ganon really soon.
No, it's not over this way.
Although I hope he doesn't misinterpret the Gliok's roar as Ganon's roar. He might go here.
You know what? I don't know. Shuffled secret spot's not a terrible flag. It's tedious because, you know, I mean, if you really sort of understand how the game is, then you would know there's certain places that you would never. Oh, and here's Ganon.
Crim will be done in just a minute or two here. He does have the magical sword, so it's only going to be 4 hits on Ganon. And with Red Ring, yeah, he's got this fight. Just needs Ganon to cooperate a little bit. And there we go. Crim has Ganon down, knows where Zelda is. He will be done momentarily.
And the door opens. Don't blame me, I voted for Aghanim. Isn't Aghanim and Ganon basically the same?
Sort of?
Spoilers!
CrimsonAvix will finish with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 38 seconds.
With the grayscale finish.
Not sure if we're going to have him here for an interview with us. We might. I forget that he has 2 SRL accounts. But that will be Thirwolf taking the lead in the series. He will go 2-1 into his next match versus Dig Shake, as we mentioned earlier. And that will unfortunately be the end of CrimsonAvix's tournament run in this tournament. Alright, so with that, we will not have Crim joining us, so I guess we should go ahead and wrap up here then.
Yep.
So
what else have we got going on tonight?
Well, let's look at the schedule here. So we have the Dr. J PhD versus Tom J, game 1 of 3, going on right now on Speed Gaming. We have Zarnax 42 versus Fryteeth. Coming up at... Wait, hold on. I have my times mixed up. Do I have my times mixed up? Let me switch to the 24-hour clock real quick.
No, let's see. Yeah, Zarnax versus, who was it again?
Fryteeth.
Fryteeth. That's Speed Gaming 2 that's happening right now.
Something is messed up on my schedule here. Oh, because I'm only seeing some of the matches, not all the matches. Okay, never mind. So we have Zarnax vs. Fryteeth game 2 at 9 o'clock on Speed Gaming 2. That is going to follow game 1. Then there's Redbird Grad versus that schmuck that has a bird. I think his name's Elsoa? Yeah, that guy. That's going on at 9:30 on Randomania 3. We have Dr. PhD versus Tom J. Right now, that game 2 is scheduled for 10 o'clock, but that's going to take place immediately after game 1. And then Shaddy versus Slittic game 3 is going to be at 10 o'clock, and that will be on Randomania. Alright, so with that, we'd like to give a thank you to our tracker, the Alan Heffley, working behind the scenes. Thank you to our restreamer, Narastra, who put this together for us. And as well as my co-commentator, Mr. Jiggly Saint. As well as our 2 runners, Thirwolf and CrimsonAvix. Please follow all of them. With that said, this has been Elsoa. We thank you for joining us tonight. And unless you have any final thoughts, Jiggly, we can go ahead and head out of here.
Good night, everybody. Whew.